And so now we got a vibe. All right, and so there's a lot of skepticals about AI and music and prompting and blah, 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 blah. But AI is way bigger than just prompting a bunch of songs and putting them out or anything like that. So most producers hear AI and automatically think one thing, and that is that exact thing. You basically type a prompt, you get a song, upload it. That's usually what you hear in your mind. Now, for me, that is not production, in my opinion. And this is where I kind of straddle the fence on AI and human, because at the end of the day, I want to be in control of what my music sound like. I want to generate that for myself from what I have actually came up with in my head. And so it's not as simple as that I'm just going to prompt a song and put that song out. And so just looking at it, I use AI every single week in my production. Whether if I'm working for an artist or whatever the case may be, I'm using AI every single week. But I'm using it in a way that I make the final decision on what that sounds like. Not just prompting, not just putting out, but actually generating something that I've done for the last however many years, 10, 15 years. I've always came up with what I'm hearing in my head and I put that out, or what actually drives me to release a actual track that I'm doing. That's what I do. And so today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a video that I posted in the school community. You could definitely check it out in the description to see the full video. But what you're going to see is that I am actually taking something that I've had in my repertoire for a long time. I never did anything with it. It's been sitting on my hard drive for the last 4 or 5 years. And so now I'm taking the pieces that I can even recall, because most of it I couldn't even recall because I don't have either the wave or whatever the case may be. But again, it's just a track that was considered like a throwaway track. And I'm taking that track, I'm revamping it a little bit, putting it in Suno, see what it gives me. I even have a new tool that you guys got to check out. And I'm going to show you how to use it in this video. So check this out. What I have here is this, and it's just gonna... All right, so that's pretty much the track. So I think I'm missing this kick drum here. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Let's keep going. I gotta set this back up, but for now, we're just gonna keep it rolling. Come in here and just kind of get a feel for what we got going on. So I want to start here. I'm just going. I don't hear anything. But again, I got things that I got to do. I got to get this content out. I'm not hearing anything. I'm going to have a beat block today. All right, so here it is. This is something new I just released. It is available for purchase at this particular moment. Now, what I do with this, I have 3 versions of it. I have the full song version, I have the instrumental version, and I have the stem version where it would generate prompts for individual stems. So this particular situation I want to do is I want to generate a instrumental for this particular track. Basically no vocals or anything. So what I want to add on here gives you the option that you can add. I want to add piano. I want to add a synth lead, synth pad, piano. I think I'll do a acoustic guitar. So basically that's what we'll use. We'll use these options that we have chose. Then I can come down here and hit next. And then what it'll do now is actually lead me to this part here where it says, how does the lead play? And basically I'm going to say, I want the lead to be melodic and flowing. I want this to have like a uplifting, maybe peaceful, maybe mysterious, maybe dreamy. Now, this particular beat here is 110 BPM, so we're going to put that there, 110 BPM, because we wanted to match that. And the complexity, we'll leave it at about a 6, right? Now we're going to say build my prompt. Now we're building the prompt. Any final directions? So basically this will give you the ability to add a scene reference or extra details to it. So I'm just going to use something like this example that it has in there. We'll just kind of go with that late night studio session. All right, so we'll say late night studio session. All right, and then we'll say we'll just say mix well, something like that. And we'll go ahead and generate my instrumental prompt, and then basically this will go here, and now I can just copy this. Now we're going to take this and we're going to add it to Suno. Now, here's another thing you have to understand. Depending on whichever one you use, whichever one, if you're using Suno, Ace, 11 Labs, Mariko, whichever one, you'll be able to choose here. It gives you different tips at the bottom and how it supports and how it generates and different things like that. We're going to use Suno, and you can actually go to take me to my platform. If you're already in it, all I have to do is hit open. I have everything copied. It brings me right here. Now, I know that when I get in here, it's going to give me instrumental. I'm going to add that there. And I actually think in the one before, yeah, so it'll say instrumental tip. Look for a no vocal or instrumental toggle in your platform. If there isn't one, add no vocals, instrumental at the start of your prompt. So we're going to just come in here and we're going to do that. We're going to make it instrumental, and let's go to here. Now, first thing we're going to do is add the song that we did. So let's go ahead and upload that. And that is going to be, we're going to go to landscape. That's the one we want to upload. So we're basically uploading our song that we created. It is half done. We don't have any direction with it. Like I said again, this is a super old track. So from here, we're just going to generate some ideas, right? We're just going to delete that. We're going to post our own thing in there, and we're going to create again. But I do kind of like some of the elements of it. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool to sound like that. So let's go and see. here. Do something like this. So we'll take, matter of fact, we'll take, it's got a little lingering on the end there. Take that. Something like that. Then you could probably take, I think this is the bass here. I think that's where the bass is. So you can take these sections of it, right? Take this, another section here. Now, I can always come back and get this if I wanted to, but I'm going to do it like this, right? So I can take this and move it back, move this back. Maybe I can have this for like the breakdown area. Again, I can always come back and add this stuff later. Because I'm going to be redoing all this stuff anyway. Now what's this other part? Oh, that's a drum. And so now we got a vibe. Now I can go from here, take this and start building from this right here and build me out a full song. Take all this stuff out that I don't need because I still have the MIDI that I can still drop in. But as you can see, we have our vibe. We have what we're looking for. We have the direction. Now we can build from this. I didn't just prompt AI to generate whatever. I already had the idea. So as you can see in the video, I'm basically taking the idea, putting it in Suno, generating some ideas, and from those ideas, I take what I pull it back into my DAW. From there, the part that I didn't put in the video is that I'm going to take that and I'm going to build from that. I'm going to take away those things. As you can see, I got rid of the drums. I got rid of the hi-hats. I'm only using certain parts of the bass, but even that part is just for the idea. I want to use that to kind of gear what I'm going to do, what's in my head, and what actually speaks to the track itself. And so I am not just prompting. I'm not just putting it out there and throwing it out there like that, but I want it to be a little more me than anything. I want to make the final decision to it. And so let's talk about this prompting generative tool that I have created. It is available on the website right now, Spasciz.com. And on that, there is 3 different versions of it. There is one version that is a full song generator. It actually prompts the full song. You put the type of song you want, just kind of like the one that we did. Instead of instrumental though, it speaks to a full song. So if you have vocals that you want to add and you have something that you have sit down and wrote and you've actually put something together, but you just want to enhance it, or maybe you don't have a full idea out or something like that, I have that tool, man, that you can go, you can add it. It will actually prompt you. As you can see in the video, it actually is very specific to how it prompts. Now, there is the full song version of it. There is the instrumental version of it. and there's what I like to call the STEM version of it. Now, what the STEM version is going to do, you want to generate a pad or a piano or something like that, and you want to know how to prompt it to direct it a little bit more. You actually just put that in. It's going to ask you a couple questions of how to actually identify what you're trying to do. You put that in, you hit start, and it generates an idea or it generates a prompt that you can use, and it's really, really good at what it does. So definitely go check the website out, Spasciz.com. You can actually get you a copy there. You can either get one, two, or all three of them. It is available for you. So definitely go check that out. Now back to the track here. So once people usually generate it, that is usually where most producers will take it and just go with it. But I want to talk about taking it to the next level of whatever it is that you're creating. Don't just use what it gives you and go from there. I even have where you can pull in the MIDI from Suno. Now, it is not that great in my opinion. It will pull in because of how it separates the stems. It's not that great in my opinion, but it can probably guide you to at least figure out what chords are being used and key it in and all that good stuff. But we're generating in our own key because we're using the correct prompts in order to do that. And so what that's going to do is basically give you a way to take that to the next level. You take that MIDI, it gives you the chords. You can add to those chords. You can take some of those chords away. I can guarantee you it's definitely going to be all over the place for the MIDI. Now, if it was me and I'm doing MIDI for the most part, I would probably do it in the studio because studio, I'm prompting to get that specific instrument, and then it's going to give me the MIDI for that instrument and not all the ones that it's trying to do in the stem separation, if that makes sense. So it would definitely help you better if you did it in Suno Studio. Now, in the full video, you'll see in the beginning, I wasn't hearing anything. I couldn't hear anything for the track itself. So this is what we like to consider beat block, where you're trying to hear something, you can't hear anything. Normally, what you would do is either start on a new one or just kind of fight through it, which could take hours, could take however long to do that. But when I can take that, what I already generated myself, what I created, I can put that in and then shoot back these ideas. Now I'm taking those ideas and expanding on them. So that is the idea of what I am pushing. I am pushing you being in here in your studio, creating your tracks the way you normally do. You get to a point where you want to get some different ideas or you want to hear some other ideas. Now, normally in our world, we're in a room of producers where there's maybe 5 or 6 of us, and we can kind of spit those ideas off of each other. But if you're in by yourself, and I know there's some producers that can generate by themselves and they can produce with the best of them, and that's cool. I'm talking to the ones that, sometimes you just need a little bit more ideas to generate, and you'll find yourself using the same ideas or using the same chord patterns or using the same riffs, melodic, whatever the case may be, but you just want to hear something else. That's who I am speaking to with this particular situation here. And of course, and if you like these type of breakdowns and they help you in any kind of way, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow, make sure you hit the link in the description and all of that. Follow us over at the School Community. Go to the website, sign up for the email list. I am sending out free stuff all the time on there. Different things to either help you with your production, or if you want to learn how to use your production or use your social media platform to add to your production, because that's what we have to do these days. This is a new world. I am definitely dropping a bunch of information over there from someone that's been doing it for a very long time and definitely can help you in any way that I possibly can. And so that's it, man. So I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Peace out.